It's an easy and inexpensive way to update any space. The secret is the throw pillow. My first guest says the right mix of color, texture, and pattern can provide a room with an instant transformation. Owner of Pride of Place Pillows, Caroline Prince, joins me to share the formula for the perfect throw pillow combination. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Okay, this is a fun topic. I feel like throw pillows are always changing, but could be a little bit of a science to it. So you're gonna walk us through everything, right?
I'll do it, yes.
Okay, so when we're thinking about choosing pillows for our space, where do we even start?
Okay, well, the greatest thing about pillows is I feel like it's like the final touch when you're finishing a space. So it's really a great way to incorporate color and personality to the room. So I think the first place to start is to know, what is your style? Like, are you transitional? Are you very traditional? Are you more modern? Are you in between all of those? So I think kind of knowing your style helps.
Okay.
And then I think it's thinking about what's in your space, what colors you already have. So let's say you're in a family room, you're gonna look at an area rug, because that's like a big part of your room.
Oh, yeah.
And you're gonna think about the colors in your area rug. And then what are the colors on the wall? What other textiles like drapery are in the room as well? What, maybe a bed, you're doing a bed. What bedding do you have? And how do you want to incorporate all that so there's a cohesive feel in the room? So there's kind of a lot to consider.
Yeah, a lot to consider. Okay,
what colors you're working with?
Find your style first. So once we've done that, how do we pick the right patterns for our style? And how do we put them together even?
Yeah. I think a lot of people get really hung up and frozen a little bit in making the decisions. So often my clients, they know what they don't like. So we focus on the things that we do, and that can feel a little overwhelming. So I think picking patterns, you want to think about the size of the pattern and the size of the pillow. So for instance, you're gonna wanna put, when you're placing pillows, a larger scale floral, let's say, or a larger scale pattern with a smaller scale floral. So you don't want to have the same size. So I wouldn't necessarily put this with this, because they're both pretty busy. They're about the same size. So
but could this go with that?
Totally. They're different sizes, so they work really well together. I love to throw in a stripe. I love to throw in a solid. Also, think about the colors in your room as far as the furniture, how busy it is. So sometimes that solid will come from the couch. And you want that pop of color and personality, so you add in pattern. I think pattern on pattern is great. Think about size and scale of the pattern. When you're thinking about that.
So a little big, a little small, mix them together. Now, what about choosing the sizes for your space? Because I see you've got some really big ones here. We've got some smaller kind of lumbar size. How do we decide which sizes to put in our space and to put together?
Right. Well, I think you need to obviously consider the size of furniture that you're working with. So think about a large sectional. There's a lot of space for a lot of pillows on a sectional. That coveted corner can take like 3 to 4 pillows in the corner. So you're gonna wanna work with a larger size and then work your way smaller as you get to the front. Also consider like different size pillows. So I love squares and I love a lumbar. Lumbars just are the perfect pop that can be thrown anywhere. And then also you really need to consider like how functional that space is. Are there family members always on the family sectional? How many pillows do you want to take off, right? Or a bed. How many pillows do you want on a bed? Husbands sometimes hate me because I love the decorative pillows and I love lots of beds. So maybe a single lumbar is perfect, or you want a lot of decorative pillows. It's really kind of personal. It really is.
Because I was going to say, is there like a rule of thumb for choosing the amount of pillows for a certain space, like whether it's a bed or a big sectional?
I think working in odds is always a great place to start. I think 3s, 5s, 7s work really well. Some people though, a lot of clients love things symmetrical. So they want 2 and 2. They love it really matchy. And I try and tell them to have a little fun, and not everything has to match. But I think 3s and 5s is a good rule of thumb. You know, working in odd numbers can be great place to start.
Love that. It feels like an art number, right? Like art was always like 3, the odd numbers. Now, you talked about matchy-matchy, and this is interesting, right? Because I'm like, think about your 2 corners, and then you've got that coveted middle corner. How do you like to put that together? Like, do you have those corners matchy-matchy, and then the middle section different? What do you suggest?
I think like, let's just say that we are using this Hawthorne pattern. I think 2 of these on each side would be great. I love to incorporate a lot of different, like a stripe or a check.
Look how cute that check is.
That gingham is really fun, and a pop of color. But I would say, like, let's just, for instance, use a sectional, 3 or 4 maybe right there in the corner, and then 2 and 1, something like that. 2 and 2 can work, depends if there's another chair in there. Like I said, it's kind of personal preference. But yeah.
And how many pillows the family can stand to have on the couch,
totally.
right?
Yeah. So
totally
lumbar is great for like honestly the lumbar in the back of a chair is great too. But
okay, let's talk inserts.
Okay.
How do we pick the right insert for the size of pillow?
Okay, so I'm a total insert snob.
Oh, okay. What are the recommendations?
It is absolutely critical to have a down insert. Like that is
Why do you like
key,
those?
Because they fill the pillow nicely. They fill it to the corners. And let me tell you, my tip is you always are going to size up 2 inches from the cover size.
Okay.
So this 20 by 20 is stuffed with a 22 by 22 insert.
And down, and you can feel how soft
you can completely feel the difference.
Yeah.
And if you're investing in a nice pillow cover, go the extra mile and invest in a nice insert. I swear by it.
Yeah.
So I love the way a nice full pillow looks.
Okay, I love that. And I hear you offer pillow consultations.
I do.
Tell me about that.
I know. It's such a fun little niche thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can book a consult. It's a styling session where I'll come to your house and bring my whole collection. So I just came out with a new collection, and then I have lots of inventory no one's even seen, and I'll bring it to your house, and we'll play around with pillows and help you with making those decisions, because some people really need my help.
Me. That's always the case for me.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's really been so much fun.
Oh,
yeah, I love to see where the pillows are placed in people's homes.
Yeah,
it's really
where
fun.
people are putting them,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay,
Yeah,
where
so
can we
great.
follow along to find more tips and
so
to find your pillows?
Yeah, I have a website. It's prideofplacepillows.com, and then on Instagram, Pride of Place Pillows.
Amazing. Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you so much for having me.